Hi, I'm Dave Wurzel, and you're watching PHTV4. This is Living Well. And on Living Well, we're going to take a look at nutrition, exercise, and other topics that may help you live a healthy lifestyle. And with us today, we're at Payless Health Foods. We're talking with Carolyn Ryan, one of the co-owners here. We're going to talk about some nutrition or dietary things that might help you make some good healthy choices. And in this case specifically, we're going to talk about managing stress and anxiety. So Carolyn, thank you for being with us this morning. Stress is let's talk about stress, even though I think stress and anxiety are closely related, right? Stress can create feelings of, being overwhelmed. The expression, we've all probably used it, sometimes stressed out, like there's more on my plate than I can handle. And obviously that can generate physical side effects. So let's talk about what are some things that we can like maybe dietary supplementary changes or things we can add that might help manage stress, or in this case.
Sure. So stress is incredibly common, especially I feel like in the world we're living in right now, whether it's health worries as we go into the holidays, things with family. Even though the holidays are such a happy time, it can also be a very stressful time. So there's definitely supplements that can help, and I'd say researched backed supplements. So one in particular that for stress, it's actually called stress and anxiety relief, because as you said, stress and anxiety they are very related. So the thing we like about this is that it's Ashwagandha, which is an herb. It's an Ayurvedic herb, which means that it's been used in Indian medicine actually for over 3,000 years. So it has a really good safety profile, but wonderful for helping reduce stress. It's known as an adaptogen, which actually means something that helps our body to adapt to stress and to adapt to those negative sort of side effects that stress brings on. So it's something that can really help with just reducing that stress and helping those negative effects. So it's nice because it's a one a day to get those amounts of ashwagandha that's really shown to be beneficial, because really no matter how great a supplement is, if you have to take 10 pills a day, it's not something that most people are going to want to deal with. So it's nice that it has those amounts in one pill, and can really help during the day, a little more energy, a little more calm, and then when it comes to night, to be able to, fall asleep easily without taking something else. So it's just kind of helping our body to be running better and helping those stressors to not affect us as much, just feeling a little more calm. And the other nice thing about this is that it has saffron, which is a spice that has also been used medicinally for over 3,000 years, that has been shown in research to help with boosting mood, because sometimes stress and mood and even depression a little bit goes together. So there's research saying that saffron is actually as effective as two different popular antidepressants for helping with just boosting mood, feeling a little, now as it's getting darker and things like that, it's very common that we feel a little bit low. So something like this that's helping with stress but also helping with boosting mood can really help. And then there's also at night, many people are fine during the day because they're busy and things like that, but when they lay down to go to sleep, find that they're thinking about things, they have worries kind of going around in their mind. So things helping for sleep can really help. So this is one I really like that I take, Power to Sleep. So it's a number of different relaxing herbs that it wouldn't be for during the day because it will make you kind of feel tired, but herbs that are helping with reducing stress, helping to kind of calm those anxious thoughts and worries that stress can cause. But unlike, say, prescription sleep aids or even over-the-counter things, it's not habit forming, it's not something that has to be taken every day, but that can really help with reducing stress, helping you to be able to sleep better, which really makes a difference. So many people are in like a stress cycle of, they're stressed during the day, they can't go to sleep because they're so stressed, but then in the morning they're so tired and they're tired all day, so it's just a bad sort of stress cycle. So if that's your problem, taking something that can help with sleep and reducing stress can really make a difference.
I want to ask, related to both these topics, or both these items, that like the last one, excuse me, the last one you said you don't need to take it every day.
No.
Okay, but you'll feel the effects that day.
Yes.
Now, so the first one.
The first one, like, this is meant to be taken as an everyday helping with reducing stress. It's going to work better when taken on a regular basis. Not all things are like that. Like valerian, this is something that is often used for sleep in high doses, but in a lower dose, like this is a low dose 50 milligrams, can help during the day for, like, say, extreme sort of stress, to just help you to feel more calm, where something like this is going to work right away. You don't have to take it every day, but it is effective when you take it. The only thing to be aware of is, since valerian, it can be a sleep aid, even this low dose, some people might feel a little tired from taking it, but it works very well for extreme stress. My aunt had, a number of years ago, there was a lot going on in her life, some family issues that she was under extreme stress, and she found that taking that low dose of valerian really helped just to get through it.
So, and I think that's something to distinguish that, like the first item you showed, what was that again?
This stress and anxiety. Yeah.
So that item you're it's not a vitamin, but it's like the parallel of supplementing your diet.
Just that you're keeping things, especially for a lot of people are under just everyday stress with whether it's college or work or, family issues. So something like that can just help you to stay, calm and relaxed. But there are extra things that you can take that will just help right then. Even passion flower tea is one that it's nice and relaxing. You can have a cup of it when you're stressed, just helping you to feel more calm, things like that. So there's things for both. Things that are helping, just an everyday sort of supplement, or things to help right now, that you need some help with stress.
So related to that, the other thing I wanted to ask was, so like one is part of a regular routine you establish. Some of these are things you can take that day to assist in that day. What if, for example, the person is already doing the one on a daily basis, and then
you can add. Like many people will say do this during the day, and then they say, I've got trouble sleeping at night, this and that. It's not bad to add a supplement. Although sometimes we say, start with one thing and see how it goes. If you start taking 10 new things, it's hard to know what is helping, what's making the difference, so it's not bad to do, but usually we'd say start slow and see what you feel like.
Right. So gain the benefits, figure out if you're benefiting from the product and at what level or what regimen or you're on. Are the others, are we going to talk about anxiety, or do you want to continue?
Yeah,
so let me.
Stress and anxiety very much related, but there are things that are a little more geared towards.
Okay, so taking a look at anxiety then, and again, like we said, anxiety and stress can overlap, and obviously there's physical side effects from both that people might be dealing with. And I think about that a lot. When you talk about anxiety, you're talking about being anxious or feeling unease, or you're worried. And in some cases, to an extreme end, it can lead to, compulsive disorders or other behavior, at extreme level, a panic attack even. So anxiety in general, maybe hopefully not something that's severe. There are regular, to use your word, or like natural or other types of supplements people can take to help in that regard,
yes.
right?
Yes, definitely. So again, supplements for stress do help with anxiety, but there are some things that are really a little more geared towards anxiety. One of our favorites is theanine. It's actually an amino acid that's from green tea, so very safe to take, although you'd need to drink quite a few cups, like an excessive amount kind of, to equal the amount that would be in a capsules. But it's very nice for helping with reducing anxiety, helping you to feel more calm without making you feel out of it or tired or anything like that. Theanine actually works by producing alpha brainwaves, which are brainwaves associated with like a calm, relaxed state. So it's something that can really help whether you're in school, presentations for work, family issues, things like that. And theanine does not need to be taken every day to be effective. It can be. It's not bad to take it on a regular basis, but works even if you're taking it for, say, a specific day. Say Friday you have an event that you're nervous about or whatever. You can take it Thursday. You could even just take it on Friday, and it really does help with helping you to feel more calm, less anxious. There's even gummies, which are handy for like on the go. They're good tasting, and even people of all ages. That theanine is a safe supplement to take. So we even have people with high school students, even junior high. Anxiety is something that is affecting people younger and younger. Especially you think of schools now, just with all the craziness, there's a lot of anxiety, even for kids. So it's something that's safe to take, and it's not going to make you feel drugged or out of it or spacey or anything like that. In fact, theanine can help with increasing focus. So it's something that helps with just a calm, relaxed, focused kind of state, which is nice, because a lot of times when we think of things for relaxation, it can make you feel, say, scattered. That's the concern, that people say, well, I'm anxious, but I need to be on the ball. So theanine can really help with that. And again, it's safe and it is effective to take even just on one day where you feel like you need a little extra help. And it's still effective where you don't need to take it every day.
Related to that, I want to ask, because you talked about different people in different situations taking it. Like there is no guarantee, for example, I'm guessing, at like either which of these products would work or to what degree they would work for an individual. Am I correct in saying that?
I mean, everyone is different. Although all of these supplements are all researched back where they've done studies saying, this was shown to work. But with anything, even prescription medications, there's no magic wand where one thing is going to do the trick for everyone. So it is something that you can kind of trial and error, and what works for one person might not be the thing for someone else. Another supplement that can be helpful for anxiety is CBD. So CBD is something that, it's often used for pain relief, but there is research demonstrating that it can really help with anxiety and even more severe like panic attacks, where it was shown that people who took it regularly had less panic attacks and less severe things like that. Of course, we're not medical professionals, but these are supplements that we have seen customers make a real difference with. I've done some talks at some veterans associations specifically about CBD, helping with, post-traumatic stress disorder. These gentlemen who have really been through a lot, who have, many have tried CBD and have had good results. Again, it's not, one thing that's going to help everyone, but it's definitely something that's worth a try. And all of our supplements, there's nothing where if you decide it's not for you, you can stop taking it. It's not like many prescriptions where you need to wean yourself off or you need to be careful with, like, don't just start taking it. None of these, has any issue with that. So if you decide one day, you know what, maybe I don't think this is for me, you're not going to have any side effects of, of stopping or, things like that.
So related to that, I guess I wanted to ask, and there are a couple more products we need to talk about.
Yeah, those are CBD. But,
okay. So let's, for example, might a person say, because we talked about, well, you want to know which is working or not working, but might a person be on that regular stress regimen and then decide, but they also need to, for the anxiety, they're doing something different?
It's not a bad thing, and actually there's a lot of supplements it'll have a little bit of this, it'll have a little bit of that, mixing. So it's not bad to take more than one, or someone will take something on a regular basis, say for sleep, but they might need a little extra help during the day to take something else. That's not a bad thing. None of these products or anything where it's like, oh gosh, don't take this, or don't take these together. They're all safe to if you need a little extra help, things like that.
All right, so I'll put you on the spot a little bit here. We've talked about the supplements that people can take to help in dealing with stress and anxiety. What about, are there things we should consider in terms of our regular diet, or our regular, nutritional intake that might be countering the effects? So that, is it possible that we're eating things or we can say doing things, maybe just eating things that are increasing the likelihood of experiencing stress or anxiety. You know what I mean?
So there are things, and again, everyone is different, where some people might be really sensitive to things like food dyes, especially like red dye is something that a lot of people can cause, whether it's feeling more hyper or, just feeling badly. Same thing with sugar, excessive amounts of sugar can affect that. Not everyone, but there are people who are more sensitive to, food additives that's in a lot of packaged and processed foods. MSG is something that can make a difference, so a less processed, more natural diet can make a difference. Also, kind of watching caffeine, drinking tons of caffeine can make you feel more anxious, things like that. And not everyone is the same. Some people might say, well, boy, I have 5 cups of coffee and I'm fine, and great. But just something to be aware of. But I would say especially food additives, caffeine, sugar, but especially like food colorings, things like that can make a difference.
Yeah, that raises a good point too, that as you talked about, some of these items might work better for one person than for another person. And we also experiencing stress is a very natural kind of human response to certain situations or anxiety. But we also experience it at different levels in different situations. What causes one person stress may not cause another person, or this person experiences stress that way. So it is a very kind of personal, how you react to your environment or the things going on in your life. A little bit like what you would do with your diet, like you said, with intake of caffeine or the supplements. Okay. That sounds really interesting. It seems very helpful too at the same time. Is there any other items you want to mention, or are we good?
Well, we definitely say, to come in, because we feel like personalized attention where, like we said, one thing might be great, or, depending on your specific issues and things like that, there might be something else we'd recommend. With natural products, it's not a magic wand, so there is a bit of trial and error sometimes. These are not the only supplements that help with stress and anxiety, but they're definitely ones we recommend and that we take and that we found that, people have had good luck with. But it's not just supplements, that there's lifestyle things as well that can really make a difference with reducing stress and anxiety. Simple things. Going outside, taking a walk. There's studies saying just being outside in nature makes such a difference with reducing those stress levels, helping with anxiety. In Payless, we're so lucky we have a lot of different exercise places. Revival Yoga is right in our mall, and we love them. They're so nice. So that's another idea, taking some yoga classes or things to help you to just feel more calm. And we really like them because they're so kind that I think people are worried with yoga. They say, well, gosh, I've never done it before. Everyone's going to be judging me or anything like that. And I especially know with Revival that is not an issue. Everyone is so nice. So that's another idea. Even just going to Lake Catherine, walking around the lake, bundling up because it's getting sort of cold outside. But there's a lot of lifestyle sort of things, plants even, that I'm a plant lover, but they've actually demonstrated benefits. Having, living green plants around us reduces stress, reduces anxiety. And last in Payless, there's a new, it's called Victorus Wellness, but it's actually a counseling service that is specifically for women. And it's a nice, a place that we'd recommend to go and, talk with someone. Sometimes with stress and anxiety, it's helpful to talk with someone who's impartial, they're not involved, they're not in your family, just a listening ear that can help with things. So there's a lot of things in Payless and, things that can be done to really help with reducing stress and making life easier. I think we could all use a little stress relief, especially now. So there's definitely some supplements that can help, but some easy lifestyle things. Before we go, I'll mention just a quick breathing exercise that you can do, whether you're at work or whether you're with a family member who's making you crazy, that just a simple breathing in through your nose for 5 seconds, holding it for 5 seconds, and then breathing out through your mouth, kind of like in like an O, your mouth, for 10 seconds. So that simple 5, 5, and 10 can really help. Doing that a few times can just help you to feel a little more relaxed. It's something you can do anywhere, whether you're in the car or whatever, and it doesn't need to be a big dramatic but just some simple breaths to kind of just help and reduce that stress, reduce that anxiety.
And that's a good point, that managing stress or anxiety is not a do this and then it all goes away. I mean, part of stress and anxiety is there are things going on in your life, and those things need to be managed as well. And like you said, exercise and yoga, meditation, nature walks. Yeah, there's a ton of research, and even not just yoga. I mean, exercise in general. There's a variety of ways. Yeah. So, Carolyn, this has been very good. This has been very helpful. Thank you for taking the time to be with us today, help us out with these items, and give us a little bit of guidance, direction. I'm Dave Wurzel. You're watching PHTV4. This is Living Well, and we are at Past Health Foods, hoping to give you some suggestions about managing stress and anxiety. Stay healthy and be well. Thank you for watching.